Okay, it's me, Lisa, with RE Therapy. And of course, I have my partner with me, Z. He's the cameraman today. I also have RSCH, Home Inspections. I feel like he wants to say something. Go ahead.
RSCH1, right. Residential and Commercial Inspections, Trex license number 20964.
See, I forgot the number one. That was my problem. I forgot the one. And he probably is the number one inspector. Okay, so he is doing the home inspection for the home that Sam Gomez built.
Hey guys.
And so now we're going to go in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask questions from a customer point of view.
Okay.
So pretend I'm the homeowner and I'm coming in. I know nothing. So you guys have got to watch the jargon that you use with me, because remember, I'm the buyer. I know nothing. Okay, so I'm the client, Donovan.
So
what are you telling me when I walk in and I see my space at this stage? What are you telling me?
Okay, so right now the home is practically what we would consider to be in a complete stage for a home inspection. Reason being is that appliances are all installed, flooring is in, light fixtures are in. So we go, okay, cool. So when you first started inspection, you turn everything on in a home, right? Why you do that is because you want to really over-operate the control panel, which is your breaker box, your main distribution panel, right? You don't want to find overheated breakers humming, light fixtures overheating, light circuits overheating, right?
I don't know, but you see this little hole right here in
That
the box? The nook for all the wires, so you don't have to go behind the wall and figure it out. Yes, I love this.
It's just simple. We already have the wood here.
So one of the good things about it is because he's using an insert,
Yes.
there's no flue behind here, so it's fine. So this is perfect.
That is perfect. And then, because when you hire someone to install a TV, they may do it too high, too low. They don't know the standard range it's supposed to be, so it's already here.
I install blocking all around this section.
Okay,
Yes.
so
So
perfect.
wherever you're gonna hit, you're gonna hit something inside.
I know you're right? Because most people, they'll come and be like, TV here, you sitting on there, you break it and not doing this while the TV is tilted.
It's supposed to be so many inches from the floor.
It's supposed to be on your horizon when you sit down on your sofa to look directly at the TV, which is weird. You walk up to people's house, you be like, who on your TV? They'd be like, I had a guy come in. Was he a professional? Yeah, no, he wasn't. It's too high. And people be like, oh, why you say that? Where do you look when you look at the TV? They got the TV tilted down. I'm like, it's wrong. It's supposed to be on your horizon.
Right.
So like I hung on my own TV. So I was like, no, my TVs need to be here.
Okay, so this is perfect.
Yes.
All right, give me 3 impactful questions that me as a buyer, like this is my home. What are 3 things I should ask to make me feel comfortable?
Gutters, drainage, warranty.
Oh, that's on you, right?
Gutters. The house has gutters.
Okay.
The drainage that the city is called for is like a swell all along the city.
So like a slant. Okay.
We have a swell there. The only thing on the swell, we still need a couple of things to fix. Like some downspouts that it's like a little stone they put in the bottom.
Okay.
So your splash box, you need to put them under there to stop the water from draining directly on the grade. Otherwise, what it'll do is it'll wash the dirt away. And now you end up with pockets around the home where water is sitting down and pooling. Right, so splash blocks are very important. He mentioned it, so of course he's going to put it there. Most new construction, you don't find it, so you have to write it up and describe what it is and what's the purpose of it. Okay.
Okay.
So, but the warranty most definitely falls in. What you give a 1-year warranty. So.
And the warranty covers. I know it doesn't cover appliances, but it covers the structure.
Some of the warranties that we actually provide for the customers doesn't cover the appliances.
Well, correct me.
But like it just had to add it on package stuff. Like
it's an additional.
They just add it on package,
Okay.
You know.
But all
that's something that's actually when we sell the home.
But all of the appliances do come with your warranty because one, the builder didn't make the appliance.
Right.
All they did was pay for it to come. So it comes with your standard, I think, 1 year. Certain builders will buy a second year for you, and then you'll know if they do, they'll tell you. We bought a second year on it for you.
Okay.
But yeah, they come with it. So for me as an inspector, I tell my clients, as soon as you close on your home, you move in, get all the serial numbers, go on the manufacturer's website, find the warranty section, and record all of the products under your name and your property's address.
Okay.
So if something happens to it, once you call, they'll pull you up by your phone number and go, okay, this is the model number. We know what you're talking about. It's still under warranty.
Okay.
Right? And
All
so
right.
they'll know all the parts of it.
Okay. So I know that you educate other inspectors.
Yes.
But how do I, as a customer, find you specifically?
When you go online, name DONIVAN HARVEY. You can look me up for my name or my company's name, RSCH1 Inspections. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we're also on TikTok. Yeah, so I got just over 200 videos on TikTok right now.
Okay, all right. Make sure you subscribe to him and to us. If you haven't subscribed to RE Therapy, you need to subscribe now.
Okay, so we do a lot of education. I'm not one of those with punchlines. I go in and I try to educate people on homes, on the 3 W's. So in training an inspector, talking to my clients, I answer the 3 W's, the what, the where, and the why. Okay. What's wrong? Yes. Where is it located? And why is it wrong? Right? And that way it makes it easier for the builder. I don't even need to put pictures in, and I've proven it.
Oh, wow.
I don't have to put a picture in.
So your explanations are that clear?
I don't give bullet points, I explain.
So then when we get that explanation, we can go back to the builder and they're supposed to fix it, right? If there's something that's wrong.
Yes. And so, but here's the thing, you got to know how to write it. Because I could write in a report and I could offend them by writing that report. And now there is a macho thing going on, like what he said is right, but the way he said it is wrong. And so now we're caught up in what I said instead of what it is that we're talking about.
Wow. Okay.
So I always tell people, I go, if you know how to write a report that doesn't offend him, because he wants to know everything to have the deal closed. All right. So hey, listen, energy. So when we build homes in Texas, we build homes like refrigerators. We want whatever's on the inside to stay on the inside and whatever's on the outside to stay on the outside. Okay, even though there is a certain amount of air leakage that's allowed, right? No builder is perfect. No inspector is perfect, right? So you come and you go, okay, here's what you're missing. Caulk over the top of the door, trims on the inside of the home. Settlement cracks in the corners of the windows, especially on interior walls that are connected to exterior walls. Okay. These allow ear leakage, right? So you don't want it. So we say, hey, listen, you go back in, you caulk them. But I'll even tell them, listen, instead of using grout here, maybe you want to use a caulking material because it works better than grout. Because the grout's going to crack, right? The caulking will not crack, and the caulking is water resistant, so it'll repel moisture. And builders are like, all right, that makes sense. If that's what the client wants, we'll have somebody come in and just do the caulking right there. It makes life easier for everybody wants to make sure the client is happy in the end in this process. Yes,
because sometimes an inspector can actually kill a deal because you guys are so detailed and so specific. You guys can actually scare the client.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, we do have a lot of inspectors. I always tell people, I will walk your client out on a cliff and walk them back. Because when the cliff is the report, right? You want to know everything. So I give you that report. And then I say, listen, after you read your report, never call your realtor. You've just wasted 30 seconds of your life. Because here's what your realtor is going to say to you. Please call the inspector.
That is true. But we would at least like to know that they have talked to the inspector.
Well, yes, right? So if you call the inspector and then you say, hey, let's have a conversation. At the end of it, I go, would you like to chime your realtor in on this conversation at the end? I'm cool with that, right? Because at the end of it, there's nothing I've said to you. I won't say to them because it's in the report.
Okay.
Right? And that's just the truth, right? So chime your realtor in, let's have the conversation so you know. Don't ask me what's important because everything in that report is technically important to me. That's why it's in the report.
So my next question is, if I am to book an inspector, what's the reasonable price range for like a 2,100 square foot townhome, like a smaller townhome?
Anything from 400 to 500. I've seen inspectors charge up to 500.
Okay.
Right now, anything from 1,000 to 2,000 square feet, we're at a 400. 2,001 square feet to 2,500, we're at about 465. Okay. So the price varies.
So it's very reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to get a home inspection. Like there's no way to jump over that. There are certain things you need to get. You need to get a home inspection. You need to get an appraisal. If you're purchasing land, you should always get a survey no matter what. These are non-negotiables. All right. So if you were to give just one last nugget, what would it be to a home buyer? Oh, yes.
Okay, same thing. Have an inspection done. I have a lot of clients now selling their homes and saying, hey, I want to do a pre-listed inspection. because I want to know. I don't want to
Yes.
have anything scare me, right? And so for me, I go, fantastic. Now I'm about to educate you about your home, and these are the things that I want you to do before you put your house on the market that makes your home more palatable for that buyer. Because they might be like, "But I like that house, but they took care of their home."
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For example, my home, I have my water heater serviced every year, clockwork. My AC is serviced every 6 months.
Okay.
My roof is maintained every 2.5 years. Because here's what happens. You say that, right? Watch this. See a builder. Every 2.5 years, I have a roofer go on my roof, look at it, and make sure everything is fine. In almost 9 years of being in my house, I've never had a leak.
Okay.
When the hurricane came, 50% of the homes on my street had wind damage. You know what my roof didn't have? No damage. Okay, and there's a reason for that, because 6 months before the hurricane came, somebody was on my roof.
Okay.
They went and they looked at it and made sure all my shingles were laying flat, make sure I didn't have any exposed fastener heads. They made sure all the collars on my vents were replaced or were repaired. There's certain things that you do, because otherwise what ends up happening is people find a way of extending blames to the builder, to the inspector, to the realtor, right? And it's like, hey,
yes.
So for me, I don't have it here, but I have it in my bag. I literally have a card that I give to all of my clients. Preventative maintenance. It teaches them. It tells step by step. This is what you do. With this particular home, because we have cement boards, if it was brick siding, I'd go replace the caulking around your windows every 2.5 to 3 years. Right? Keeps your home more energy efficient.
Okay.
Like, these are just based. If you want a home maintained, if you have a car that costs way less than your home, do you not do maintenance?
No, we still do maintenance. You don't
So why not do it on your home?
Same thing on your home. Right? Okay. You are pretty knowledgeable. How long have you been doing this?
I'm on my 13th year.
That's it? Just 13 years?
Listen, it feels like a lifetime.
Oh man.
No, seriously. I listen. I know what it feels like to love doing what you do.
Okay.
Because I literally wake up every day and be like, well, somebody's literally going to trust me to help them buy a home today.
Yes.
And I eat that. I love it. Because now I get to go there and be like, here are all the problems, and I don't have to fix it.
Well, since we're here, did you find anything outstanding in this townhome?
Well, so
we're going to put him on blast. So I hope.
So not outstanding, right? So he explained one thing to us. When we first pulled up, we took a walk on the side of the home, and there was one of the vents that was missing a cover.
Oh, okay.
But he explained, hey, listen, it's easy, but if moisture gets in it, it's a different problem. But a bird actually put a nest in it, so they're waiting for the bird, all the eggs to hatch, birds that fly away. But he still has to be mindful that moisture could still get behind that.
Okay.
Okay. There is a drain line on this side of the home that needs a 90 put on it, because water can't blow straight. It has to be pointed down.
Okay.
Also, the vapor, the moisture barrier, is still exposed around the foundation. It has to be cut to where it's not exposed.
Wow. So water, you can't live with
moisture, man. Like, hey, moisture is a big thing in Texas.
Right.
Because it doesn't, well, in Houston anyway, it doesn't rain straight down. It rains sideways. Because it rains sideways, water ends up going to places where it should not be.
Yes. Okay. Well, that was a lot of information, but it was a lot of good information, and you would definitely be someone that I would refer out as an inspector. So that's all we have. Be sure you like, be sure you subscribe. I'm Lisa with RE Therapy, and once again, this is RSCH1 Home Inspections with Donovan. Thank you for joining us on our home inspection episode. Bye-bye.